They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Burn the in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. A big game here for Carson Wentz. He mostly got cheers. Some boos smattered in when he was announced before the game, but 35-32-1 was Wentz in his 5 years as the Phillies starter. His best year, well, you remember that one, 2017, finished 3rd at MVP voting, but a knee injury ended his season late and opened the door for Nick Foles to carry the Eagles to a Super Bowl title. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Howell down to throw it. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that?
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Washington. 46 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Gibson. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr., his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Okay, ready? 18, right in.
They go play action with Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. A big play there for Philly. 46 yards.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Howell's throw there into the hands of Ross. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Robin. He's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Robinson again, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Play action. Here's Hurts. He finds his target, Allen. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Sanders is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Eagles 17. Commanders 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing is Hurts. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. First down, Howell to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bates. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. They'll throw now on the final play. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts escaping the pressure right. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Throwing here, Howell. Thomas brings it in. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Gibson here running out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're... And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. John Bates, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are back within a score. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. It's Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And connecting quickly with Goddard. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Is caught. That's Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. It's a gain of 4 that time, and that leads to a Philadelphia first. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one goes for 30 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. They go back to the ground with Sanders. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. 43 yards on the ground for him so far.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Elliott on for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. From the gun on third down, Howell. Got his target, Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now left side on the swing pass. And some space here. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And once again, this is Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. On the move past the 40. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
in Commanders territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They run with a man from La Tech. It's Boston Scott. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Hurts gets this to Sanders, and he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st down, Hurts. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Throwing left sideline, complete. That's Watkins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. They'll run with Sanders. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Stephen Parker. He's at the 50. The 30. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick 6, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
Eluding the pressure right. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin from 8 yards out. And the Commanders are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He's back to throw. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On first down, right back to Gibson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Gibson again. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Commanders, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
My God, oh God, this is son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers